just talking.
Right. I figured that would happen.
So welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio. I'm Tony Breedlove, and the bearded guy right there, the handsome one, that one right there, that's Roland D. So we just want to say thank you for joining us and welcome to Hot Topics Talk Radio. Tonight we're revisiting a show that we did a little bit ago, and it was approximately 4 years ago, because we're in 2017. Yeah, so it was done in 2013, I believe. And the show was titled "Are You Marriage Material?" Asking the question, "Are you marriage material?" So that is the show for tonight. And we're looking to have a good time. But like you mentioned, Roland D., the World Series is on. So
I'm not sure half of the world is probably tuning in on that. But we're here.
Yeah, but we here. We's here.
Yep.
But tonight's show and all of the shows every time we're on air are sponsored by Shades of Africa in 2 locations in the city of Corona and in the city of Long Beach. Also sponsored by the Urban Sentinel, that is headed by our very own editor-in-chief, Mr. Reggie Kearney, who also is the host of Real World News Radio. Also sponsored by SPMG Media. Thank you, Ms. Gina Smith, for always making sure that we continue to be relevant. Relevant throughout social media as well as in print news all across the world. So we thank her for that. And also Miss Jamie E. from Ninth Island Cultural Club of Las Vegas. So thank you so much to our sponsors for believing in us and putting up with all of this crap that we go through and all of my mispronounced words. Anyway, so Roland D., how was your day?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad.
Nothing exciting?
No, not today. It's a pretty basic day.
All right. All right. Oh my gosh. Well, mine was long. I'm just going to say that. It was pretty long. Yeah, I was ready to get out of there. I got there at 7:30. I was ready to go at 7:45. So yeah, it was a long day. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's topic. And that is asking the question, are you marriage material? Are you marriage material? It took too long.
Well, because first you got to ask the question, what is your definition of marriage material?
Okay, well, all right. So what is your definition of marriage material?
Well, because I mean, what might be your definition may not be my definition. So I think that's the question you got to start with first. What is the marriage material? I would think for a man, or I'll say for myself, foremost, I'll definitely say a provider. A provider. To me, that's the most important.
So it seems as if I put you on the spot.
No. I'm just saying a provider. And I mean, somebody who can provide. I mean, for a man, now for a woman, maybe something different. It may be somebody that's caring and nurturing.
Okay.
Because I would think with someone like my mother, for somebody I want to marry, I want someone to be just like her, like who's caring, nurturing, loving. And they had those 3 things tied together with a few other things sprinkled on. I would consider that marriage material, considering she's been married 55 years and been married 56 years on this month on the 20th.
Okay. So what do you think that your mother has that a lot of women don't have?
Patience.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, because I would have to say that for my mother, because some of the stuff she puts up with, I couldn't do. So I don't know if that makes me not marriage material.
Well, though, my mother has patience, and I think about all the stuff she's been through in her 55 years. You know, the ups, the downs, you know. Women nowadays, you know, if they even think a man is cheating, he could be looking at a picture and they consider that cheating. They ready to leave, walk out, and just throw away everything. I mean, so, you know, women are a little bit different nowadays. I guess some people have been done wrong and they've seen so much in their life, or maybe the way they was coming up, they feel like, well, I'm not putting up with nothing. I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take that, which is a fair, assessment, not to put up with nobody crap. I mean, that's understandable. It's 2017. Who wants to go through the headache of, you know, trying to chase people down and, you know, hunt people down? If you don't want to be there, don't be there.
Yeah, but come on now, 2017 versus 2016, people were still saying, you know, that they weren't going to put up with this and that. But
yeah, but you have to rest your life, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, but it's like, if you was getting your ass whipped in 2016 and now it's 2017, you still putting up with the same shit.
Yeah, but those are, to me, those are people, women that could be either have a low self-esteem or they don't have a strong support factor. I mean, you know, support system. I'm sorry, not factor. Support system. What I mean by that, family, friends, people you can trust in the time when you really can trust. You know, I feel, you know, having those, you know, those elements in life nowadays are, you know, good for times when you really need, you know, that support.
Okay, so do you think that a lot of women today don't really understand what good marriage material is or what marriage material is?
Well, I think a lot of the people today, and I will say some, I'm not going to ever use the word all, so I'm going to say some. I believe a lot of people are living in a fairy tale world or a reality world. And that goes for old, young, new. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the times we're living in. Everybody, we're living in a fairy tale, for one. And I also feel by, you know, us living in this, you know, this fairy tale, a lot of folks, a lot of things that's being shown, a lot of folks want things they can't have. A lot of folks want men or last women they can't have. So, you know, it's like no one never really happy with who they're with currently, you know, because, again, a lot of times, you know, you have your ups and your downs. You have your ups and downs. You be like, why am I even going through this? Like, why? I don't have to go through this. But you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, how many times can I keep just skipping around? You got to get somewhere and get settled. If it's a decent situation, now, if somebody's whipping your ass or in the situation you was talking about, then I would expect you to stay in that situation. But if you got something that's halfway decent and it's better what your girlfriend's got and anybody else you know got, or I'm sorry, have, you know, then, then, you know, it may be best to try to, you know, pray on some things and try to work a few things out. Because a lot of times when we've, you know, left this situation and left that situation to only end up with something worse. You know?
Yeah, but you know what? I think that, and I don't know, maybe we've touched on this when we did this 4 years ago, but a lot of women, and I probably get some backlash for it, a lot of women today, and I'm going to say maybe the younger generation, I think that they don't really understand what marriage material is because they think, yeah, because they think, okay, well, I'm going to marry this guy and we're going to be together and we make love all the time. But girl, you ain't got in the kitchen and cooked not one morsel, or you haven't figured out how to clean up a bathroom or keep a house clean. And like you said, you know, when you ask a woman, it might be different from the answer might be different than what you ask of a man. Right. And like you say, nurturing and caring and all of these things. So when you ask that woman that today, that might not be, you know, what the answers are that she's.
Well, half of them not even doing that. They're not going to do that. Nurturing what? Do that what? They're not even going to do that. I mean, you know, and again, it's this fairy tale that we're living in. And, you know, again, as long as we keep living this fairy tale, you know, we're going to have these same situations and the dating gang going to continue to be a circus because everybody's, you know, looking for something that they shouldn't be looking for.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
be blessed with what you receive. Be blessed with what you receive. Not necessarily take what you receive, but if you receive something that is worth at least, worth continuing, then go for it. I mean, because again, you can do all bad by yourself, but if you don't have to do it by yourself, don't do it by yourself. Be smart about the situation too. Again, if you're not no kind of physical altercation, if you can deal with somebody, you guys can talk things out and resolve matters without the extra, then I mean, come on now, that's worth. If you got a man that's home and he don't hardly do nothing but just work and he's home, he's with you home, or when you at work, he's at home. You don't got to work with him wandering off. I mean, if you have a situation like that, then okay. If you get a little bit hot in the kitchen, don't be so quick to run. So I think with the men and women today, we're so quick to run in the slight instant of a situation or a disagreement or something, or here's the main one factor: men and women nowadays that got their shit together, they too independent from one another.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, I'm doing this over here. I'm Tony Breather. I'm doing this over here. Well, shit, I'm DeMarco. I'm doing this over here. So I mean, you can't discredit what I'm doing because I'm doing just what you do or more. So it's kind of like we have that kind of playing field now. When you do meet somebody of interest and they have a career, they have something going on for themselves, and they bring something to the table, that could be a little clash too sometimes.
Right.
Okay, yeah, you're marriage material, but okay, you have a house, I have a house. Okay, we both got houses. I mean, we both got two nice bank accounts. Okay. I mean, it's still going to be a little bit of clash there.
Right. So we've got a comment that is coming in from the Facebook page. And I know it has to be Yvonne because she's the only one that has access to the Hot Topics Talk Radio page that'll put up it'll show Hot Topics on there. But a lot of women are wasting years on one guy or one woman knowing he's no good for her or him because they're afraid to be alone. You agree with that? I
agree with that 1,000%. And that's the risk. And it's like rolling dice. That's the risk you take. And it's like gambling. That's the gamble you're taking. Because if I say, okay, Tony Breather, we're going to do this, then all of a sudden things start getting rocky, then we ain't wasted 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years and we still trying to work on this and we ain't getting it right. You worked 4 or 5 years of your life. Right. So yeah, I agree with that a lot. I mean, it's a gamble, but it's like, what do you do? It's like, what do you do? Do I stick with it or do I break free or do I run left? Do I go right? I mean, you got to ask yourself these questions and you got to also know that you're making a good decision. Now, if you're saying you got a red flag.
Yeah, but you know what though, Roland D, it just came to me though, because a lot of people won't stick with a marriage today because they're so used to running from things.
Agreed.
They've made it so easy to get out of things. People they don't have commitment to anything like they used to.
I agree.
So
I agree.
That's a part of it.
Oh yeah.
That is a part of it.
Well, again, and that also gives you a time to pause as well, because you have some women who don't want to commit, or some men who don't want to commit because they scared of being burnt. Like, okay, if I do this, I don't know. What if it happened to me like it happened to so-and-so or my mama, daddy, or, you start having these kind of thoughts. As you get older, especially when you're established, you're not, and then with things going on today, you see with these women nowadays, with some of the brothers, a lot of brothers I know nowadays, they're being smart. They're protecting their money.
Is that all they're protecting?
Well, I mean, because I think a lot of brothers have seen other folks get burned, so they're looking at it like now, like, okay, I better be a little bit smarter, or I'll be another statistic like the other dummies out here. Because a lot of women now, the women are much smarter now. Because now they know now, okay, if I get with so-and-so, have a baby by him, I'm good for the rest of my life. I can say I loved him, or I can say we was married, but what we really do you think you gotta think about? Do you think certain celebrities getting together are marriage material, but they just get married? You'd be like, whoa, so how'd that happen? They get married. So, you know, but do you think they ever think, well, damn, is so-and-so or J-Lo marriage material? Oh, is this person marriage material? Oh, we just jumping together because we look good together as a couple. Or we hit it off. Or we vibing. You got money, I got money. Okay, what's up? I mean, you know, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, you know.
So, yeah. Yeah, so Yvonne is saying again, it's like you're going back to the 70s, like free sex.
Well, I mean, sex nowadays is coming like a dime a dozen. I mean, that's another that's killing it a lot of times because, you know, a lot of women that are married and going through it, they got to worry about the women that's out there that are going to do even more. I mean, some women are going to step up to the plate and do what they have to do to keep their man home. You will have some men that are just greedy. They want more. I mean, some things you can't do. I mean, some men.
I agree with that.
Well, I'm saying
I agree with that.
Some men you can satisfy. If you and a woman at the home, you're doing everything you need. You know, you breaking them off. You're doing everything you need. You're like, okay. Some men will be like, okay, I'm good. I'm good with that. But you got some brothers be like, I want to try this over here and try this over here. And I understand that. I've been there. I mean, but again, that can get kind of
But there are women like that too, though.
I agree. And that's why the women are like that because the brothers started it first. A lot of women are like that. I got so-and-so. Well, you can pay the rent. I got so-and-so.
Oh, hang on, though. But I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's just that because women have become more independent and been able to financially take care of themselves and take care of their families. And now they're saying, well, hell, what the hell I got to put up with your shit for when I can do it by myself. So it don't have nothing to do. Well, it could have a lot to do with the fact that he's mistreating her, but more women, it's not so much that a man has mistreated them or is mistreating them. It's because they have this, you know, nomenclature about, well, yeah, I can do this by myself. I don't need a man.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes for the men too, though. A lot of men could be like, okay, hey, I can just have as much sex as I want. I don't got to just have just one. I mean, you know, and I can be satisfied that way. I mean, I hear a lot of men say that nowadays. I mean, you know, I can just have multiple women I just deal with. I mean, I want to be satisfied. Because a lot of men don't want to go through the headache either. Well, damn, I worked all my years to get all this, and then I meet one person that I think I'm in love with, or vice versa. But they told me that they love me. I ain't married to the person. Then the person decides a year or two later they don't like me or love me no more. Then they want to get divorced. You see what I'm saying? I mean, they ready to get divorced. You be like, well, wait a minute. I mean, a lot of women are doing this. They get married just to get divorced. So they can get half or, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. We live in a crazy world right now. And again, the dating scene is a circus. So to even ask the question, are you marriage material? That's a question you probably hardly ever get out of people nowadays. Or, you know, you probably want to get to that stage. You probably want to get to that stage of a conversation unless you deal with, I say if you was dealing with somebody on christianmingle.com. You may
Why would that be any different?
Well, I'm just saying because
just because it says the word Christians, they're assholes on Christian Mingles too. Because I've tried it.
What I'm saying is to get that conversation if somebody's asking you, well, are you marriage material or what do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't see that kind of general question coming out in just a basic person you meet off the street or meet somewhere. I don't see that question coming up nowadays because now it's like, if you're cute, I'm cute to you. We look at each other, we vibe each other, we call each other, we go out, then we instantly hook up. That's what's going on nowadays, and people can disagree, but that's what's really going on nowadays. You look, I look, we both look, you know, we both, you know, swap eyes. I'm telling you, I mean, I've been in these situations so many times that it's like a dream. Like, okay, this can't be really happening like this, but it happens like this. And this is what I'm telling you. It's so funny, but nowadays, when I see people nowadays, this is what I see when I'm out. I'm like, okay, I can see she's kind of feeling him. You know, then he's kind of checking her out. Okay, then they exchange numbers, have a few drinks. They all do with a few drinks. You know, that's kind of like the push a little bit. Because nowadays, you have a woman to drink. Okay, sure, I'll have a drink. Oh, you want to go out to dinner? Sure, I can go out to dinner. So it's like so easy. I mean, it's just so easy now. Because let me tell you why. It's just so easy nowadays because you have Half of them are saying, oh, these brothers are cheap. They won't take you out. They don't want to take you to their house and try to do this. Okay, but you got the smart brothers like, okay, baby, you want to go out to dinner? Oh, you like this restaurant? I want to feed you. I don't do all this. But at the end of the night, I'm going to still be getting trying to get the same thing this dude over here that's trying to Netflix and chill and trying to do. It's just two different ways to get it. And some women like going this way. Some women like going this way versus going that way.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that
what I'm saying
women
okay,
are you saying that women today, if they are offered a meal or a drink, they thirsty like that?
No, that ain't being thirsty though. But that's not being thirsty.
It's almost, well, yeah, it is almost because the way you're saying.
No. Okay, let's back up a little. Back up. Okay. What I'm saying is, I hear so many women, they say, oh, these brothers are so cheap. They just want you to come to their house. They just want you to come watch a movie on the first night. Oh, these are the so-called bad brothers. We'll put them to the left, right? Right?
Right.
Okay, we'll go to the brothers on the right over here, to the right. These are the brothers who I say consider smart because they know how to talk to a woman. They offer to take you out. The things they know a woman like, definitely number one, eating, feeding them. Number one, they like to eat. I know a lot of women, the most beautiful women in the world, I mean, that I've dated all over, they like to eat. Women like to eat. My daughter like to eat. So that's okay, right? That's a given. So again, a smart man be like, okay, look.
Hang on, that's a given. Wait a minute.
It's a given. It's a given because again, I just gave you both sides of the equation. I just told you the left, I just told you the right. So if you compare the two,
all right,
and you compare the two, I mean, women go more to the right. Oh, but that brother, he's nice. His conversation's nice. He's not trying to get me to his house on the first day. No, but that brother over the right ain't tripping on all that. He ain't tripping on trying to get you to the house and having sex with you. The brother over here to the left are thirsty. They just said, hey, come to my house and we're going to watch movies. Been there, done that too, because it's some women that like just that. It's some women that like that. Then you got a women that want the one to the right. So again, I guess what I'm saying is overall, the dating game is a circus. So the reason why marriages are failing right now, because this question is not being asked more nowadays, in my opinion. I don't think that question being asked, are you marriage material? Because again, that's a question I've asked 3 or 4 years ago when we first wrote this topic up. We first did this topic. Right. Because these are the questions you want to ask yourself. You gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror and say, am I marriage material? You gotta look at yourself and do it. Because you look at yourself, you give yourself that self evaluation. Like, what can I do?
Yeah, but some people have a false sense of who they are and what they are when it comes to relationships. And that's what's in the description of tonight's topic. Because some people, they think they, all that in a bag of chips. They think they the shit.
Michelle, she said, what about becoming friends first? Again, it all depends on how you want to word things nowadays. I can meet you tomorrow.
What's a friend?
Okay, right. I'm just saying. I mean, I can meet you tomorrow, Tony. We hit it off. I'm like, oh, Tony, she cool. That's my friend. I mean, we cool, but we did everything around the sun. But that's my friend, though. I mean, false titles nowadays are killing it too, because all this bae, boo thing, it's
boo daddy.
Boo daddy. It's like, I mean, when I say a circus, it's. I just thank God I retired, because it's like, I see where it was headed years ago. When I turned 40, I said, okay, this shit is getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit is getting a little ridiculous, because it's like, everybody's everywhere. This person dating that person, this person dating this person. I mean, I come back home and I'm like, what? It's just easy. People just hooking up. They're just hooking up. And that's it. And that's all it is when you see people. Even here in Atlanta, it's the same thing. You hook up and hookups.
Yeah, because I mean, I have to go back to what Yvonne was saying earlier when she had sent the message. I'm trying to find it. Oh my God, there it is. It's like, going back to the days of free sex, when everything was just free and easy, because that's what it is. Nobody wants to make commitments anymore. Okay, I think people are afraid of commitments because I think, and this is only my opinion, I think that people are afraid of commitments because the true essence of who they are has to be revealed.
I mean, but my opinion, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but in my opinion, I feel it's the same way then, and it's the same way now. Free sex, I mean, okay, well, let me I'll take that back. Right, no sex is free because you're gonna pay in some kind of way. And when I say that, it don't matter if it was $7.99 Netflix a month movie or $199 at a damn movie and dinner and a night on a damn town and drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna pay either way. It's just a matter of, huh? Well,
either way,
you're gonna pay either way. Even if she a person say, okay, I don't mind just Netflix and chilling, but if you say, okay, I'm gonna go get some drinks, I'm gonna get some dinner in. Okay, so either way, girl, you're gonna pay. There's no such thing as free sex.
Okay,
on either side, because if you're a woman, I mean, a lot of times, what if you have to go meet him, or vice versa, or y'all meet at a restaurant? That means burning your gas to go drive somewhere. What if you want a woman like, well, I don't want nobody to come and get me on the first date. Okay, so I want to drive myself. Okay, you still using some of your resources, right? You're still using some of your resources, you know what I'm saying, to make this thing happen. So there's no free sex on either side. You're gonna pay either. You're gonna both pay somewhere. You may pay with your emotion if he break your heart.
True.
So you still
I'm not disagreeing with you. Right. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Right. So, okay, before I ask this question, because my throat is so dry. Before I ask this question, let me first acknowledge our sponsors, Shades of Africa in 2 locations, in the city of Corona and in the city of Long Beach. Also, SPMG Media. Thank you, Ms. Gina Smith. Jamie E. from Ninth Island Cultural Club of Las Vegas, as well as Reginald Kearney, editor-in-chief of Urban Sentinel. So for more information regarding our sponsors, head on over to our website at hottopicstalkradio.com/sponsors. Find out what they do and all of what they do for us to make sure that they continue to give us the support that they do. There's some great, great companies. So give them your support as they support us, because they actually support the community. And that's all. Oh, and let me do some shout outs. So Yvonne Baker is actually sitting in under the Hot Topics Talk Radio webpage, or I should say Facebook page, because she has access. You know, she was doing some producing. I got to try and talk her back into coming back. So giving our shout out to Yvonne, because you know she moved to Texas, right, D?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know that.
She left me.
No, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
So shout out to Miss Yvonne.
What part of Texas she went to? What part?
Killeen.
Oh, Killeen. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
How's she like it?
Yes. I think she's ready to come back. I'm trying to get her to come back.
All the bad weather. That's what's keeping me from going. Like moving out there.
Exactly.
I mean, exactly. I want my mom and dad to move here, but they just like, they don't got the energy to do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to move from a state. It takes a lot, to move from state to state. It takes a whole lot. When you know I've done it once, to do it again, it takes a whole lot. It takes a lot out of you.
Yep, been there, did that.
Oh yeah, I've been me and you both. I mean, I've done it 3 times or 2 times.
Oh my gosh. Also, hello to Miss Michelle Com. One of my coworkers. So it's good to see you sitting in and listening in. I don't know what's going on with my my audio and video syncing. I'm having this issue. So it looks like I'm in a Chinese movie. So you know how the Chinese, in the Chinese movies, you see them talking, you see the mouse moving, and then
wow.
And then the sound comes out. But question, because we were talking about, basically, you're going to pay either way.
Right.
So when you talk about, somebody now starting to try and, get into this relationship, or they're learning each other, right? When we talk about paying, are you marriage material if you continue to look like, you're just out for the free dinner or the free drinks, and you're not helping with the date every now and then?
Yeah, but I mean, well, a smart brother will catch that too. I mean, a smart brother catch that. He'll catch the person who just like the dinner pimps. You know what I'm saying? Who just,
Is that what you call them?
Oh yeah, I call them dinner pimp, because again, you got some women that got a man to do this, the man takes them out, the man they may be fucking, the man that may give a bill or two here and there, it's like a rotation. I mean, because again, and then with women, they be like, well, I'm just dating. But it make it look so nice. Well, I'm just dating. I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm not committed to anyone. I'm not married. I'm just dating. So dating, you could just mean you person take me to dinner. Dating, you could just mean I call you when I need somebody for my power bill. Dating, you can mean I just want somebody to take me out in the town and show me all the nice VIP and buy me drinks all night. I mean, women got different men they look at for different things nowadays.
Okay, so which one do you?
Some
right,
women,
but which
all
one
possess that talent.
Well, which one do you think she chooses out of all of these prospects and all of these men of purpose, different purposes? Which one do you think she chooses?
That's where she becomes confused and make the wrong choice. That's when the wrong choice is made. Because when you have a variety and you find yourself, okay, I want to commit to one thing, but you don't know what you're really committed to, because it's like you have so many different personalities that's been in your, in your circle, so many personalities, and it's like, okay, well, girl, he's nice, dark and chocolate. Okay, girl, he's nice, light skin and fun. Okay, well, all that plays out. I mean, the look, all that shit plays out. When you really want to go into a deeper zone, like, okay, well, it's 2 years now. Girl, he's still dark and fine, but okay, where you guys at in your relationship? Where you guys?
Okay.
Have you guys saved anything? Have you guys done anything financially? Have you guys made any moves? See, nowadays people just want to date. We're just gonna date. But it's like, why we can't do other shit while we dating? Like, why we can't set goals together? Why we can't, maybe save some money together? These just like small term things you could do at dating. It's not necessarily gotta be married to do it.
Okay. So it's right. So that feeds into what Michelle is asking right now. She's asking the question: what if the woman is the breadwinner?
Again, we gotta start taking away these titles, because when you say I'm the breadwinner, no, I'm the breadwinner, no, I'm the bread. No, if you guys are on a team and you guys are working as a unit, if you are the breadwinner, then at the same time, if you are considering yourself the breadwinner, you may need to also be a supporter to support him until you get on his feet, if he's off his feet. Now, if you're in a situation where you're making more money than a man, to me that makes no difference, or vice versa.
It shouldn't.
I know a lot of situations right now where the wife makes more than the husband. I know a lot of situations like that. And again, I had a few brothers that I talked to that said, they felt some kind of way. And I talked to those brothers. I said, look, man, you guys are married. You guys are a team. You guys are a unit. If she's making $10, you're making $5. That's $15 damn. So what? I mean, if you're making more money, you the breadwinner, that's good. But at the same time, as long as he's helping and doing something, contributing to what you're doing, I mean, you can't be the only person that's doing everything. I would advise no woman to be just taking care of some damn man and he ain't doing shit or watching the kids my ass. I don't need no damn nanny at home. So, kill that noise. Go push baskets, go work at UPS, go throw some boxes, make $5 an hour, go do something. My thing is, I'm so serious because again, financial situations nowadays kill relationships. And I'm a firm believer of that. 1,000%. Because
that's the number one reason for divorce.
Well, I agree, because again, it's the money flow. If you have a good teammate and your money's flowing and y'all making power moves together, to me, that helps in a successful marriage. I mean, to me, the reason why I say that, I look at my parents, 56 years. Okay, my father, he was a breadwinner, as you guys call the breadwinner. Okay, but when he retired. She got a job, started working. Now, she didn't work none of her life. So when he retired after 35 years, then okay, she gonna get a job, work for 15 years. So she did on the back end. I still have to say, as long as the finances is taken care of, if he's bringing home the money, got the money there, and you there to help balance it out and make sure things flow well, I mean, all that works effective in a team. And easier you can be doing in the dating stage when you get someone that's on your same page and on your same level, and you guys are vibing like that because you cross that over into that next step. Because if you're doing this while you're dating, if you guys are financing and doing things together while you're dating, you guys are managing money together, you guys are doing things, saving money together. One time you get married, well, we don't continue doing what we've been doing. Because what we've been doing already. These are the steps you can take versus just, I met Sally at the liquor store and we had a few drinks and we finna hook up. And no.
Right.
Because to be marriage material, you got to have goals first for yourself.
Well, I think that, to be marriage material, I think, one, you have to be compromising. You have to be bending.
Right.
You have to. And then to be marriage material, you have to be respectful. Because I even see, like in some relationships, especially now, I see women who talk to their men like they are shit. And above all, that just drives me crazy when I see a woman emasculate a man and then wonder why he doesn't want to do the things that you want him to do or the things that he should do in the relationship.
But I think that's a power trip too. I mean, I think it's a power struggle.
That's a respect issue.
Well, respect and a power issue because again, you just said you got the power.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what makes a woman think she has that kind of power that she can actually emasculate a man to that measure?
Like Michelle said, well, that's what she was saying. By being a breadwinner and a man just sitting there doing nothing, and you take care of him.
No, it's not just the money. It's not just the money. I'm saying just outright, just disrespectful to a man. I've seen it. And he could be making the money and she could be sitting on her ass at home. Okay,
well, you know what's something wrong with that picture then. I mean, that even sound normal to you?
He's a puss.
Because
what man will put up with that?
It may be more to the picture. You just never know nowadays. You never know. It's always two sides to a story. You just never know. It could be more to that. Why would that man put up with that? There's a reason why he putting up with it.
But okay.
If you don't have to put up with it.
No, he doesn't have to put up with it.
Okay,
but
so
I don't care what the side of the story is. I don't think that a woman should disrespect a man in that nature in the same way a man should not in public settings as well, or even in a private setting, disrespect a woman in that way. There's just a lack of disrespect between men and women today, period, where you can't figure out if they're marriage material anyway.
Well, right. Well, we said that earlier. I mean, again, that conversation will hardly ever come up. I mean, it very rare will come up. If you can think about it, where would you slide that question in? If you guys are going out having drinks and you guys hitting it off, when would you have this conversation? If you don't have it on the first date, you ain't going to have this conversation. Because once you hook up with somebody and you guys hook up and y'all start doing shit, y'all like entangling doing shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I meet you today, call you tomorrow. Next weekend, we go out. We hit it off, talk a little bit more.
Right.
A couple days later, we hook up again. I mean, we're doing shit. So when do we talk about, are you marriage material now? When do we have that conversation?
Right.
I mean,
I would think you have it on the first date. I think you have it before the first date because I don't think people now know how to talk on the phone. They always sending text messages and shit. I mean, if it's
that's a big problem.
Nobody talks anymore.
Well, that's a big problem too. You know, the social media. I mean, the social networking, text and email and thing. That's killed everything. Even in the work, it's killed everything because now everybody sends text messages and else. And that explains it all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see how much time we got. We got 20 minutes. OMG. I am going to, let's take a quick pause. How's that? I'm going to put up the Hot Topics Talk Radio banner, and we will be right back. Is that fair? All right. We're going to take a quick pause, take a breath, and we'll be right back, y'all. All right. So we are back. Just taking a breather, y'all, because we're not doing this like normal. Oh, God. So as we're not doing it like normal, we have to take our breaks that way. Take a breather, take a relax, all that kind of stuff. So we are back. So Roland D., I mean, what do you think the solution is right now to figuring out if you are getting with someone that you believe is marriage material?
You got to do a lot of research. You got to do like a lot of background check. I mean, you got to like really kind of pull out. You got to use more communication. I mean, and when I say that, because you got to take the fun time and all that and make that into conversations, extended conversations versus the first and second day. Because some days you're not going to find out. You know, you got to have like in-depth conversation with people nowadays. Because if I get with a woman that might not have no history with her father, then, or without having parents growing up, you know, or she was raised a different way than I was raised, that's always a start too. You always got to look at how folks was raised, you know. It may not be how you was raised. Or vice versa, you know. She may not came from the hood. You may not came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? You may be Charleston from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and she may be, you know, Wendy from the hood.
Right.
You know, I mean, y'all might match up, but then 9 times out of 10, how far will you go? That's what it really boils down to. How far will you go? You can hook up.
Yeah.
You guys can, you know, click. But how long can you guys go? That's the question.
Yeah, because you know, without figuring out, you know, what each of you bring to the table, what each of you you know, you have to figure out lifestyles and all kind of different things, you know.
Well, that's definitely an important one. That's definitely an important one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what's your schedule like? Do you work at 8 to 5? Are you a morning person? Are you a night owl? I mean, you know, it's so much you got to work on the detail nowadays. I mean, going out on a date is so easy. Oh, you meet somebody, you go on a date, what you do. But what about the after fact? You know, after all that, I mean, how do you keep it continuing? You know, so these are things you got to discuss and got to talk about. You know, it just can't be like, hey, let's go on a date. Hey, let's go to dinner. Hey, let's go to a movie. Hey, let's go have drinks. I mean, it gotta be a little bit. You don't even know if you're dating a criminal. You know, it's like, and I think about that. I think about that when it comes to, you know, dealing with men. And I'm not saying women can't be criminals, because they can. Yeah. Oh, they can. And they are.
Yeah, but a lot of times people get into these relationships and they don't even realize that whomever they're dealing with have a criminal past. They might have been beating on women. They might have been, you know, causing crimes against children. You don't ask the hard questions because you're afraid of the answer, or you just don't give a shit. You know, but
a lot of people
you don't even know. Yeah, you know, as soon as somebody pays you a little attention, they think that, oh, well, you know, this is the person that I want to be with, you know, and he's so nice and the sex is good and he treats me well. But how do you know he's not going to molest your children? How do you know?
And those things you got to ask yourself. I mean, you know, a lot of times, you know, I know a lot of people who meet these men and they bring them in their house the next day. I'm like, damn, they meeting the kid.
Exactly.
JJ, little Mikey, and the dude just like, whatever. He's just like, okay, whatever, okay. You know, he going on with the program, but You know, it's it's crazy, man.
It is crazy. It is
And
crazy.
it's not changing. That's the crazy. That's the more crazier part about it. It's not changing. It's like you just get a
Yeah.
little more ridiculous. Like it's a cycle going around. You know, you got this from the young women to the older women. It ain't no in between.
But you
It's
know
really
what
in
I
between.
think though? I think that for the most part, a lot of times people can sense who they're with or who they're trying to get with,
All right.
and the level of their self-esteem will tell you what they can get away with and how they can treat this person. Because there are women out there who get into domestic situations like over and over. It's just like this cycle, you know, this perpetual cycle that, or this hamster wheel that they're on. As soon as they get off, and you know, after they've gotten their ass kicked, you know, a few times from this guy, they get off the cycle of this hamster wheel, and all of a sudden they meet another one. They get back on the hamster wheel and find out, oh, he's gonna beat me again. You know, this one's gonna. So it's like this cycle, and I don't understand how you cannot ask those questions. I ask all kind of questions. I ask, have you ever been with a man? Have you? I do.
Well, those questions you should be asking nowadays for women. I mean, I feel bad for y'all. It's just pathetic.
Yeah, it's bad.
But again, we're not asking those questions because what are we doing? We're skipping, getting out of this, skipping to that, skipping out of this, skipping right into that. I mean, there's no time in between. I mean, those got to think. Give it at least give it a couple of months. Breathe.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah, but you want to wait. I mean, because again, you don't want to miss out on your blessing either. So you kind of want to keep it in kind of. Now, I ain't saying the next day or 2 days later, next week, or not even 2 weeks later, but about a month or two. Okay, clear your head and maybe take some Zumba or do some Tai Chi. You know, get your mind right. But then, you know, get back out there. But you don't want to never be like you're defeated. Like, oh well, that didn't go well, so I'm just going to be by myself until the Lord bring me somebody a year or two later. No. So we got that mindset too. You know, that waiting on Jesus, kill it because it ain't working. Because I hate to say it, I hate to break people's. I mean,
you can't wait on Jesus, D.
No, I mean, because I know women who waiting on Jesus, they're gonna be waiting there, and then they're gonna die waiting. Because again, I mean, time to wait on nobody. The years are steadily going by. True. I mean, so again, while you're sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting, times are ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking, and times is going on. I mean, you know, and you're getting older. No one is getting any younger. As the years go on, we all start to get a little bit older. So this game plays kind of thin after a while. It's either going to be like, okay, yeah and nay. So for one, if you got to be the person that's got to hook up with the individual, so you got to do all your homework first. Okay, I got to date this person. Then we're going to hook up. Then we're going to talk for a few months. Okay, girl, did he make it 90 days yet? Okay, girl, has it been over 6 months yet? And then you got to start doing all these little different things and just hope you get something that blossoms into something bigger. Because every time it ain't guaranteed to blossom. It may blow up, but it may not blossom.
Huh. Blossom.
I'm just here to tell the truth.
Blossom.
Yeah. You know, it may blow up on you.
Yeah, but Yvonne says Jesus is very busy. So
well, he sure is. And you don't got time for your foolishness. Talking about God sent me a man. Well, I just sent you a man last week and you didn't like him because he was too short. I mean, come on. I mean, really? I mean, come on. Oh, you said he was too fat. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with a fat guy. What's wrong with that? He's a little chubby. Well, you said he had a bald spot. Okay, what's wrong with a bald spot? Again,
exactly.
We gotta stop being so picky. Now, having a little bit of attraction is one thing, but some people are just too picky. He's too short.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous. He's too short.
But come on, D. Now, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You say he's too short. You saying he's too short? Anticipate you'll be wearing heels every time you see him. That ain't guaranteed.
Well, wait a minute.
When I'm wearing heels, I'm gonna be so much taller. Well, who said you gonna be wearing heels all the damn time?
But D,
I mean, come on, wear tennis shoes.
I you know, because I know Yvonne is listening in, and she's in on the Facebook page, and she's sending messages. Because she, you know what? Because she knows me. I do like a tall man because I'm considered a tall woman, 5'7". If I were to date someone, hang on, stop shaking your head at me. If I were to date someone who was 5'6", 5'7", that to me would be just uncomfortable.
But okay. It be uncomfortable. Okay, well, I can't even get it out straight because it just that doesn't make sense to me. Because if the person is nice, he treats you right, he does all the right stuff that you're looking for, and you're quote unquote looking for. Because women nowadays, they always want what they're looking for. I'm looking for a man. Okay, so if you're looking for these things and you find these things, then why let all that pass by because of a person's height? That's crazy to me. That's shallow. It ain't really shallow.
That's not shallow.
Oh yeah,
that would not. Okay, because you just said you'd have to have some sort of attraction, so that would not be attractive for me.
Okay, I just said if you're attracted to the person, he's everything you're looking for. Everything else is fine. Okay, that's your attraction right there. So him not being tall, how's that not an attraction if he got all the other pieces together? If he got all 9 out of the 10. And he's just short, but all the 9, well, the problem, you still got the attraction. He treats you right. He treats you right. He treats you right. He talks to you correctly. He takes you out. He does all the things women brag and boost about. He does. You don't say, oh, you know what, brother? Because you're too short, I want to turn on every other good ass that you have going on because you're too short. That's crazy to me, man. I'm sorry. I mean, that's a little bit. I mean, come on now. I mean, really? No. And this is the number one reason why so many women nowadays, because it's not just what you're saying. This is how a lot of women think. Girl, he was too black. Well, what do you mean he was too black?
I love a black man, a dark man.
But you got other women who would say that. Just like you said, the man was too short. You got women that say he was too black, or he was too fat, or he had a gap. I mean, come on. I mean, he's like,
I think that's sexy.
Oh my God.
You. What
about the other?
I'm talking about height because to me would not be attractive. You're saying that you'd have to be attracted to the person.
So you're saying,
right?
Okay, so you say a person is short.
So that would not be attractive to me.
Well, okay. What if you seen him and he was on, and I hate to say this. Okay, what about you? What if you first met him? What if you first met him and he was standing on a chair, but you didn't know it was a chair? And he looked tall at first. I'm just saying. Because you see all the other. Okay, I'm just.
You went too far. That's reaching. That's reaching. Now, put it this way.
What if you guys are sitting down? What if you guys are both sitting down and you didn't know how short he was until
I wouldn't know how, but I would.
Oh, come on.
But I would.
Well, you look at
I would. I'm just telling you I would.
You look at a man.
Look, okay.
He's looking short, man. Come on, that's petty. That's petty. That's reaching.
Not petty to me. Not to me.
Tony.
Not to me.
Okay. You just met somebody that he's everything you ever asked for. All your girlfriends, you had this conversation. You like, girl, I wish I had a man that was educated and he was, nice. He knew how to talk, use proper English. You got all this in this individual. Everything you asked for. Oh, girl, he takes me out. Oh, girl, he does things. He watched Lifetime with me. He does everything you always wanted a man to do. But you're gonna say you don't like him because he's too short. That's crazy, man. Because that's saying nowadays, women nowadays make them also say what they want in a man. But if he don't have one kid, and I'm glad you just led me to my next topic, because that's what's going on nowadays. You got so many women that have all the expectations of men, but then when they don't have one expectation, or if he don't meet one expectation of their criteria, then they want to cut him. They want to cut him because he don't meet one criteria. So he met all your other criteria. That's what you just said. He met all your other criteria, but he was short, so you couldn't do it. That's wrong.
And I want to say to Miss Yvonne, be quiet.
I can hear what she said.
She said she had that. He was too short. Too short.
Well, come on.
But no. But hold on. Because my thing is that it's not that you say that you'd have to be attracted to him. or her, right?
Tony. So
that's just for me. It's not what I would want. There's nothing wrong with me saying I know what I want.
No, okay, right. I just explained to you everything that you want in a man. He got it right here with the man right here. He just short. You got everything else you want. You got everything you want. You got everything you want in a man. He just a couple inches shorter than you. I mean, come on now. I mean, really. I mean, that's what I'm trying to express. That's what I'm trying to say. You got everything you want.
Now, hold on. Now, I've met some really, really attractive and very, very nice men who were shorter than I.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming somewhere. You said all that to say short guy. Okay. Yeah.
They were really, really nice. They really were.
And then
it's just something. But the thing is like it's just something that it just wasn't for me. That's all. Now, I'm not saying that haven't like continued to be friends with them. I'll be friends with them.
You're friends on them.
Stop shaking your head.
Well, I'm thinking you're friends on them. That's what you're saying. You're friends on them, pretty much. See the same term. See what I'm also trying to get at. The same term, the same things the young generation is doing, the older generation is doing it too, but just in a different kind of way. That's when we first started the conversation. I was like, it's the same thing on both sides, young and old. Because again, what you just said is the same thing a person would say in younger generation, but use a different kind of term. They use different terminology than what you said.
Okay, so we're gonna move off of me. So Michelle is asking the question, what about dating outside of your race? Are you asking that to me or to Roland D? Michelle, are you asking that to me or to Roland D? So I'll wait for her to answer.
Well, before she answers, I'm going to answer for her. I mean, for me, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I have a family member that's mixed, and I've dated outside of my race. Matter of fact, when I lived in Las Vegas, I dated outside of my race when I was in college in '95. So I have no problem with saying that because, again, one thing about life is you live, you learn, you gain, you learn different things. And what I've learned in life is when I left California, I went to school in Las Vegas. You know, that was different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all blacks. It wasn't all, it was a little bit different. And I had to learn to adapt to, what I'm saying, other races. So, quite naturally, you're going to get curious. I was curious at an 18-year-old, 19-year-old boy. I was very curious, what it's like to be a little Sally or be with, a little Hispanic woman. You know what I'm saying? I tried it. Let me try it. Let me see what it's like to be a little Japanese woman. Let me try it. I mean, so in college,
I've dated a Hispanic guy years ago, a long time ago. And really a sweet, sweet guy. It didn't work out because of our work, because we worked in the same, for the same company, but
but
it just didn't work. I've always been afraid to date a white man, and I'm just being honest. That's only honest, because of the social stigma that is tied to it. Also, my mother loves everybody. My daddy, that's something different. I don't know how he would handle that, and I would be afraid to know, even at this age.
Well, it's your choice. I mean, I know a lot of women, a lot of men who watch Lifetime, and that could be a scenario of yours. It can happen. It could be a situation where I don't want to use this scenario, but I'm going to use it. It could be in a scenario where you may went to the hospital or something for something, and a doctor that checked you out, and he went over and beyond his duty to make sure that you was okay, and not just doing a visit, but going over and beyond, what he's supposed to do, and maybe calling you, after hours and say, "Hey, I'm just checking on you. So how you doing? I'm Dr. So and so from the hospital," and you're like, "What the man from the hospital called me for?" So, you know, so, I'm just saying, I mean, me dating outside your race, there's nothing wrong with that. People are people. We need to stop. I think we need to stop doing it. That's what's wrong with the world today. We're so, divided. And I think, people should just love one another for, who they are for people. We all bleed the same. No one's living in the 50s or the 60s. None of my friends I know right now are currently on, doing slavery. So, everybody I know that I deal with pretty much blessed, and they're doing okay. So I say that to say, people are people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the same. Your own people can be just as much of a danger to you as another race. So my thing is, I love anybody and care about anybody that cares about me. And again,
I feel the same way. I do. I feel the same way, but let me read Yvonne's comment. She said, "There's nothing wrong with dating outside your race as long as they know their place." Well, hold on, Yvonne.
Why would they know their place? Why would they know their place?
Know their place.
I know I'm black. I know he white. I know she a Japanese. I know she Hispanic. I mean, I think folks know. That's one thing about nowadays. People know where they stand at. Ain't nobody like trying to beat nobody else no more. Them days.
But see, that's the whole thing that I'm afraid of, because I have run into some really, really attractive white men.
Okay.
I have. Okay. And I would just, I just could not, because I would think, and it's always in the back of my mind. It's always in the back of my mind. If he ever called me the N-word, I would just lose it.
Okay, but why do you think he would say something like that? Why would your thought process even be thinking of something that's a negative like that?
Because of everything that I have either experienced or been through in my past life.
Was someone you dated?
Through time. Not someone I'm dating.
I'm talking about somebody you date. If you're dating somebody outside of your race, you dated a white guy. I mean, doing the process what we discussed earlier, the communication, the talking, you know right there that person will cross those barriers. Or you should have an idea. Well, maybe this guy here, he may be a little bit a loose cannon. I mean, he can kind of, people don't pay attention to the red flags anymore. I thank God that's what kind of got me to, wake up at an early age. I looked at the red flags like, okay, DeMarco, you see this going on. You may not want to do this. You may want to do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you see red flags, I mean, it's red for a reason. I mean, stop. It don't mean caution. It ain't a yellow flag. It's a red flag. I mean, just stop. Don't do it. Leave it alone. Right. It don't mean just keep on moving on. No. Because a lot of times, sometimes your first mind will tell you the truth. We may not want to listen to our first mind. We may not want to listen to our first mind. Right. But it's going to tell us the truth a lot of times. We may not want to hear like, okay, don't stay after the club. It shouldn't be over. No, don't stay to it close. Leave before everybody else leave. And then you find out 2 days later, so-and-so got shot because they left when the club was over. I mean, just little things I think you could do that, can make a situation much, much different.
Okay, so Michelle 6'5", handsome white man can be a soulmate. Yes, he can. You know why, Michelle?
Because he's tall. Yeah, and again, okay. So I'm glad she said that. So Tony, okay, and I'm glad she said that. So here we go. So tall, that's what you like, but he's a white man. Would you date him?
Yeah, if he's tall.
So based on the man is tall, you date a person based on their height?
Not all the time.
Wow. Okay.
Not all the time. No. You know what? You know how it started? Let me tell you how it started. Okay. And this is, and I know we are out of time, but this is how it started. Okay. In my 20s, my early 20s, I dated nothing but ball players, and that's what I was used to. And I wasn't the one that was always finding them. They were finding me, because no matter me and my girlfriends go out, and I dated ball players. So they were all tall. You know, if they played basketball, they were all tall. If they played football, they were tall and they were big. You know, so that's what I was dating. That's what I was used to. I'm just telling you. So that's what it is.
Hey.
Don't do that.
Jenny Grant said, what if he is tall and he fat?
I've dated big guys.
He tall and fat.
Not like obese fat. Not
what's
obese
the,
what's
what's
fat.
The definition what's the definition of fat?
When they can barely walk and they wheeze when they breathe.
Well, no, I don't think you mean that. I don't think you mean that. I don't think that even said. He said tall and fat. He didn't say that.
Oh my God. Forget you, Yvonne. I know I'm not in my 20s. Forget you.
Well, it's funny she says that, Tony.
No, we're not doing that.
well, no.
We're not doing that. Okay. Go ahead. Beat up on Tony Knight. Go ahead.
No, because she makes a valid point. And this is what I was telling some friends back here a few weeks ago, because you're right, when you're in your 20s, you know, you can do all that. Okay. Your 30s roll by. Then when you get to your 40, then 41, 40, they're kind of like, whoa, okay, where's this going now? I mean, you know, because next you know, you're 50. You're like, oh, I'm in my 50s now, okay. And you're 55. You're like, whoa, I'm 60. Then, I mean, it's kind of like time is of the essence. I tell people that all the time. Time is of the essence.
Okay, would it mean something if I said I met someone who is tall?
Will it mean something to me?
I'm in my 50s.
Well, I mean, again, no. The key is, okay, you met someone, but the key is,
will he be around?
There you go. Because, you know, I mean, again, it's these layers. It's these layers nowadays. Okay, you met somebody. Okay, you guys are talking. You've been out a couple times. You like him, he like you. Okay, so, I mean, is it progressing? Okay, what do we do? I mean, what are we? Because, again, a month will go by. 2 months will go by. 3 months go by. And then 4 months go by. You're like, okay, so, you know, we're doing this here, so are we moving in the right direction? Some women that go 5, 6, 7 months with a man, they only find out he's married. You be like, well, girl, what's going on? I didn't know he was married. Well, something's going on between here. How you dating man for 5 or 6 months? I don't know that. So again, I just think nowadays we got to have more communication, sound communication. Do more of this. Do more of this. FaceTime is good. FaceTime is real good. It better.
I know.
It's so much better.
I know.
So much better because, again, instead of just talking on my phone, yeah, girl, yeah, on the cell phone. No, straight communication. I can see your eyes. You can see my eyes. You can see my facial expressions. We communicate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can express ourselves. And I think if you want to use the internet, use it in a way where in your relationship, it can be more helpful. I'm out of town. I'm going to Skype my girl. I'm going to Skype her. I ain't going to just I ain't going to just call her. I don't like picture call her. So, you know what I'm saying? So she can see me. She can see my new haircut, my new beard lined up. You know, it's my new grease I put in my, you know what I mean? Anything you want to, use. My new hairstyle. You know what I mean? He's hey, so I think that's
go to hell, Yvonne.
Well, and again, that's good. That's good. Don't get me wrong, 3 or 4 weeks. That's long term. Well, and for some people that is long term because some people make it 2 or 3 days. They're like, oh girl, man, I'm on the first day. Oh, we was not. Oh girl, oh no. And you be like, okay, well, damn. So, brother, get a week. That's pretty good. If you get 2 weeks, we move it. That 2 weeks is long term, I would think. 3 weeks, a month, when you get to 2 or 3 months, it's like, okay, where are we at with this? Okay, where are we going? I mean, what are we doing? It's kind of like, you start asking those questions.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. We're just having fun, girl. We're just having fun. I'm going to try and get Yvonne's camera and everything on her end in Texas taken care of. So hopefully next week we'll have her join us because it's been a while since she's been on with us. So hopefully we can get that going. Oh my gosh. And I hope you enjoyed the show, Miss Calm. I hope you did. So we can talk about it at work when I see you. Yeah. But anyway, to Miss Yvonne, whatever. Yes, it is long term. Oh my gosh. So you ready to get out of here, Roland D? We over.
Yeah, a little bit over.
We went over. All right. So before we get out of here, I do want to say thank you again to our sponsors, Shades of Africa in 2 locations in the city of Corona and in the city of Long Beach. Also, thank you to SPMG Media, Ms. Gina Smith, who happens to also be our publicist and making sure that we are always seen. As well as Mr. Reggie Kearney, the editor-in-chief and also the host of Real World News right here on the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. He is with Urban Sentinel. So if you want to check out some real news, not that fake stuff that Lobster number 45 always hollers about, check out Urban Sentinel. Reggie Kearney is the editor-in-chief. And also thank you to Miss Jamie E. of Ninth Island Cultural Club of Las Vegas. We really, really thank our sponsors. So for more information regarding our sponsors, head on over to our website at hottopictalkradio.com/sponsors. And so a lot of other cool things on there that you can take a look at. Get to know your hosts of all the shows here under the network, as well as making sure that you check out the archive page. And you can find out what we've been doing for this last 7 years. Okay. So check out the archive page and it's okay to send us messages. You can do that. If you have show ideas, anything of that nature, send us a message. You can send it on Facebook to either me or Roland D, or you can send it to our what do you call that thing? Our email. Send it to our email at Hot Topics Talk Radio at yahoo.com. So again, I do want to thank everyone who sat in and viewed us tonight, viewed the show. And I'm really hoping that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you'll come on back and visit with us again next week on Wednesday night. We're here every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. And then now tomorrow, is going to be a fun show. Tomorrow night, Thursday, is Man to Man Radio with Richard Hall and Chris Smith. They've got a great show lined up for you. So come on back. You can see them on their Facebook page at I always do that. Real World. No, they're on Man to Man. That's Man, the number 2, Man Radio. Okay. So look up Man to Man Radio on Facebook and you will find Richard Hall and Chris Smith. They'll be here tomorrow night or be on Facebook Live tomorrow night with a great show. These are some funny guys. Okay. So check them out. They start at 7:00 p.m. Pacific, 9:00 Central, and 10 o'clock on the East Coast. It's hard to keep all these damn times in my head, but I do the best I can. Okay. All right, Roland D, you ready to cut out of here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and bid you guys a good night. And thanks again for sitting in with us. And we'll see you guys next week. And then, you'll see me tomorrow night on Man to Man. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.